from 8 to 10 a.m. on KUAM TV 11.
As the media leader in the Marianas, we want you to know that we will do our very best to get you the answers you need, and together we'll get through this. Over the past several weeks, we've learned to be together apart. We've worked, played, laughed, cried,
I admire you,
celebrated, shared,
watch over your
prayed,
church.
all together. And together we've listened to you, told your stories, and been by your side. We'll get through this together.
This program lineup is brought to you by Vision Express.
KUAM News, winner of the 2020 Regional Edward R. Murrow Award for Excellence in Social Media.
KUAM News Headlines is presented by Calvo's Insurance, a legacy of trust, serving Micronesia since 1938. Matson and the Adahi Tano Program. Cars Plus, home of Guam's first and only lifetime limited powertrain warranty. IP&E, fueling excellence. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it. And King's Restaurants, always open, always local, and serving up favorites for over 40 years.
Ahead on Prime Time, a measure that would increase the amount certain companies can earn before having to pay GRT is discussed on session floor. Plus, a study of the COVID-19 outbreak aboard the USS Theodore Roosevelt has yielded some crucial findings. And the Guam Department of Education's Emergency Food Assistance Program picks back up again tomorrow morning. Find out where, coming up.
Half a day and good evening, everyone. Some drama late this afternoon at the legislature, just as senators were gathered in the Committee of the Whole to discuss a bill by Senator Jim Moylan to roll back the gross receipts tax from 5% to 4%. Moylan abruptly withdrew it. He said he was still working on amendments when his bill was pushed up on the agenda and felt it was a move to, quote, sabotage the measure before it was ready for debate. This sparked partisan tensions in the hall between Republicans, who wanted to table the measure, and Democrat Regine Bisco-Lee, who took exception to the accusation. Looking on were Budget Director Lester Carlson and Administration Director Ed Byrne, who were called down to the Congress Hall to respond to fiscal questions. Legislative Legal Counsel's opinion was that since the bill was withdrawn by the author, it need not be subject to further debate. In other action, Attorney Dana Gutierrez was unanimously confirmed by this morning as the newest Superior Court judge. Meanwhile, another bill to cut taxes for certain small businesses is still awaiting a vote. The measure would increase the amount certain companies can earn before having to pay GRT.
on the committee report.
Finance Chairman Joe San Augustine's bill would amend the Dave Santos Small Business Enhancement Act by extending a temporary 2-year GRT exemption on the first $250,000 in revenue instead of the current $100,000. Republican Jim Moylan tried to raise it to $500,000 to further assist pandemic-hit businesses.
So by increasing the chances of success, by releasing the tax burden up to $500,000, they're given a better chance for businesses to continue to move forward. Because in the long run, they realize and believe that this is the advantage for government of Guam, as it foregoes a just a short-term tax revenue for a long-term tax revenue stream from the small businesses.
Fellow Republican Will Castro also argued for stimulating the economy through tax relief.
What are we doing to make good to the private sector to return the money that we took in order to subsidize government operations a few years ago? We were supposed to have held the line that Governor Calvo had established in the sand by not growing this government, by cutting non-essential services. And here we are with this opportunity to save some of these micro businesses that make about $500,000 or less, with a potential financial impact of $11.5 million after we took over $70 to $80 million from the private sector.
Moylan's amendment failed, though, in what he says was an apparent revote. Meanwhile, Democrat Senator Therese Terlahi had cautioned that too much of a tax break could impact the government's ability to provide critical public services.
We're all trying to do a balancing act here. We're trying to take care of businesses, of course, people who need food, of course, employees who worked, of course, to make sure that retirees have health insurance and that we don't overexpend and end up with nothing, we're not able to pay our bills.
However, she later tried and failed to push through an amendment to reduce the business privilege tax from 5% back to 4%, something the governor has repeatedly said she would oppose. And with Guam facing an economic downturn, taxes and spending are bound to be the focus of robust debate.
I mean, this upcoming fiscal year budget is going to be a battle because we're going to ask those questions.
Those budget hearings are already underway, but are proceeding without the typical agreement on revenue projections. Senators have also not voted yet on Bill 366. The legislation was introduced by Pito Terlahi and added to session agenda on Monday. The measure is identical to Bill 255 that was withdrawn last Friday. The new version with amendments provides health insurance choice to GovGuam employees and their families. The bill does not affect the upcoming fiscal year, leaving intact existing health insurance negotiations. According to Senator Pito Terlahi, the bill also places the financial impact of choice on GovGuam employees and not taxpayers. The Democrat senator says his reason for introducing the bill was simple: to grant those suffering the choice to pick their own doctor to decide what is best for them and their families. An update from the SBA on federal disaster assistance for local companies. For the Paycheck Protection Program, as of June 6th, a total of about 2,000 loans have been approved for businesses, totaling almost $194 million. Nationwide, there have been more than 4.5 million loans approved, totaling more than $511 billion. There have been a total of 491 economic impact disaster loans approved for local businesses worth more than $32.3 million. Nationwide, there have been more than 1.13 million loans approved, totaling almost $80 billion. A study of the COVID-19 outbreak among sailors aboard the USS Theodore Roosevelt has yielded some key findings. The results are from a joint investigation by the Navy and Marine Corps Public Health Center and the Centers for Disease Control. The TR spent nearly 2 months docked in Guam to deal with the outbreak. Antibody testing on nearly 400 volunteer service members show nearly 2/3 were infected, but that most were mildly ill. Other notable findings include 18.5% who are identified as having a current or previous infection did not report any symptoms. Loss of taste or smell was the symptom most associated with current or previous infection, and participants reporting these symptoms were 10 times more likely to be infected. Sailors who reported taking preventive measures such as wearing a mask had a much lower infection rate, 56%, compared to those who did not, 81%. Finally, nearly 2/3 of sailors in the sample had reactive antibodies. The presence of neutralizing antibodies, according to the study, is promising of at least short-term immunity. The Navy says it will use the results so it can better protect the sailors on other vessels. There's about 2,000 commodity packages left under the Guam Department of Education's Emergency Food Assistance Program. The disaster household distribution picks back up tomorrow morning at the Tizan Baseball Field and St. Francis Church in Jotnya. According to GDOE Superintendent John Fernandez, under USDA, they were approved for 12,000 bags, and once the cap is reached, they plan to divert back to the original TFAP program operating out of the PD warehouse for those under federal assistance.
Under the federal government requirements, so whenever we're able to take advantage of any flexibility in their rules or special additional support that they're able to provide, then we will of course push that out to the community. It looks like we will be getting commodities coming in, but at this point the eligibility requirements are going to revert back to what they were.
The PD warehouse site is projected to open back up before the end of the month. However, Fernandez assures food assistance will continue through the grab-and-go meal program throughout July.
Right now, our summer school programming consists of mostly distance learning, but it is something that is ongoing, which allows us to be eligible to continue serving meals. To move forward with our summer program, which will be mostly distance learning from K through 8, And then in high school, where it's really critical for those students who are trying to get that last half or one full credit to graduate, that's going to require some limited face-to-face meetings. And in order for us to do that, we definitely need the approval of public health, and we definitely need to have the PPEs in place.
A start date for the summer school program has not been announced, but Fernandez says they are eyeing June 15th. Local fitness company CrossFit Golf Metgood will be dropping the CrossFit from its name. The company says it also won't be renewing its affiliate license with the CrossFit brand. This in response to racially insensitive remarks about George Floyd made by outspoken founder Greg Glassman that have drawn widespread rebuke. Golf Metgood co-owner Samantha Sablon.
The CrossFit CEO made some disparaging comments that are not in line with our core views and values, and we felt that it was time that we distance ourselves from a brand that doesn't reflect how we feel about our community. Custom Fitness, prides ourselves on our diversity and our community, and we want to make sure that everyone knows that, everyone here is family, and we do not want there to be that separation between us.
CEO Glassman has since retired under heavy pressure, and he and the company issued a statement apologizing for his various remarks, such as comparing Floyd's death to another COVID pandemic. Sablon says at last count, some 1,500 other affiliates across the country are also canceling their licenses. The body of 46-year-old George Floyd made its final journey today in Texas to be laid to rest next to his mother. Family and friends gathered to pay a final tribute as protests for police reform in his memory continue. Dania Bacchus has the latest from Houston.
Police officers saluted as George Floyd's casket was carried into the Fountain of Praise Church in Houston. Family members arrived wearing white for a private service in the city where Floyd grew up.
I just want to say that I'm going to miss my brother a whole lot, and I just want to say to him, I love you.
The Reverend Al Sharpton delivered the eulogy.
This was not just a tragedy. It was a crime.
Joe Biden joined with a video message.
Now is the time, the purpose, the season to listen and heal. Now is the time for racial justice.
Floyd's death in Minneapolis, where a police officer knelt on his neck for nearly 9 minutes, has inspired a nationwide movement against racial injustice. But today in Houston, it was a time for reflection.
Nothing is more important right now than the family. Just making sure we're doing whatever we can as a city, as a department, to put our arms around this family and help them to get through this moment.
The funeral service was by invitation only, but yesterday the church opened to the public and mourners poured in by the thousands.
Families of other black men who died at the hands of police came to grieve. Eric Garner's mother remembered his death 6 years ago.
My son said, I can't breathe. 11 times he said, I can't breathe. Floyd, he said, I can't breathe, and called for his mother. He was calling for all of us mothers. All of us. And his mother was welcoming him home.
Today, that comes true. Arriving at the Pearland Cemetery in a horse-drawn carriage, 46-year-old George Floyd will be laid to rest next to his mother. Dania Bacchus, CBS News, Houston, Texas.
More news in a moment.
During these uncertain times, it's important to remember that we are in this together.
The Calvo's Insurance team has continued to service the needs of our customers.
As in the past 80 years, you can count on us to be here when you need us most, when it comes to your health and the health of your family.
Let's continue making the right choices by staying home, staying safe, and staying healthy.
We are all in this together, and together we will rise again.
The people of Guam once again have the power to shape our island's future for the good of the entire community.
The 2020 Census of Guam is an island-wide population count.
A snapshot of Guam that happens just once every 10 years.
A census worker will ask you a number of questions.
You'll be counted no matter what language you speak.
Sensiguro na todo siya inipetmizo upang sikreto.
Ang bawat kawani ng 2020 Census of Guam ay nanumpa na habang buhay na poprotektahan ang bawat impormasyong makakalap.
Shape your future. Start here.
More freedom. To learn more. to create more, to connect more. Mix and match data paths. Take your data further.
We are open to serve you at Cars Plus Guam. Need a quick service for your vehicle? Visit our express lane at Cars Plus. Done fast, done right. No appointment needed. Our service team is dedicated to helping you get your vehicle in and out of the shop and back on the road quickly and securely. Simply drop off your vehicle at our express lane driveway, and one of our service advisors will take care of it. Need a ride? Not to worry. We have a shuttle vehicle ready to drop you back home and pick you up when your vehicle is ready. Open Monday to Saturday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Visit us today. We are open to serve you.
Ruby Tuesday Guam is still preparing the dishes you love for either curbside carryout or delivery. Call them at 647-7828 or 647-7829 for curbside carryout service with a smile. For delivery, download the free Grab and Grub app and follow the instructions to get Ruby Tuesdays delivered to your door. Stay safe and healthy, Guam.
Your health and safety is our business. Protect your employees and customers with APEC Professional Services. Our certified team uses EPA-registered disinfectants and CDC-approved procedures, proven to aid in the fight against coronavirus and other harmful microorganisms. Prevent reinfection through disinfection. Call our office at 477-7310 or our 24-hour rapid response hotline at 858-2852. Keep Guam safe with APEC Professional Disinfection Services.
KUAM News, winner of the 2020 Regional Edward R. Murrow Award for Excellence in Social Media.
Welcome back. The CNMI Attorney General has sent his opinion to some members of the legislature regarding payments made during Typhoon U2. The news comes amid controversial authorization of OT for cabinet members amid COVID-19. Our Tomas Maglonia has the latest from Saipan.
It's a question that ultimately requires an answer.
CNMI Attorney General Edward Manabusan weighing in publicly on payments to cabinet members during Super Typhoon U2.
In this government, there's your base salary, and there's overtime for working beyond 40 hours, and then there's extra pay that's allowed by law for certain group of employees. And so my letter centered around whether or not the extraordinary payment has to be reviewed for consistency with the law.
That letter sent to the public auditor in January requests a review of payments to employees across the board.
So let's just say that there's a finding that that the payments were not made in accordance with law. What do you do, right? I mean, you may have to go and recover the money, or what is the remedy? That has to be yet decided. We don't know.
The 25-page document addressed to OPA now in the hands of Representative Ralph Yumel. He's the chair of the House Special Committee on Federal Assistance and Disaster-Related Funding.
There is a comment there that says that there's no legal basis for the overtime, but it didn't even also mention that the governor did anything illegal.
He's concerned history will repeat itself amid the pandemic.
How do we fund this, the overtime and the extra pay, if FEMA decides not to reimburse us again? We don't know, but we'll be preparing for that impact.
The CNMI Governor's Press Secretary Kevin Bautista says the administration awaits guidance.
The opinion and the investigation is still ongoing, and what we are intending to do is to work with the Attorney General's office and the Office of Public Auditor in complying with what has been stipulated on.
There's implications as attention turns to disaster hours during COVID-19.
From there, use that in terms of the determination of what's going to be paid out in terms of what is considered disaster pay or COVID-19 pay for this definition of the pandemic.
Tomas Maglonia for KUAM News on Saipan.
Back here in Guam, officials have not released any new information into two ongoing investigations that occurred within a week's time frame and in close proximity of one another in Tamuning. However, Village Mayor Luis Rivera tells KUAM they may be linked. On May 31st, the Guam Police Department launched a death investigation after a man was found dead outside the Wise Owl Veterinary Clinic along Route 1 Marine Corps Drive And exactly a week later, officers responded to a stabbing at the New Plaza Market. According to police reports, on June 7th, an altercation broke out amongst a group of men and resulted in a male victim stabbed. He's in stable condition. Mayor Rivera says she's speaking with the victims' families tomorrow.
The second incident that happened, I know it's still being investigated because they're trying to figure out if it's related, if the two incidents are related. I'm talking with family members, but also working with GPD to see what else, we can do to assist to find out and close the investigation.
Authorities have not confirmed if the incidents are related, and no arrests have been reported. As we said, these cases are ongoing. 62-year-old Robert Lake was arrested for terroristic and disorderly conduct after he allegedly threatened to blow up a gas station. This morning around 6:20, GPD officers responded to the Tamuning Shell gas station after Lake walked up to a gas pump, removed the nozzle, and held a lighter to it. Lake then began yelling at gas attendants to open the valves and that he wanted to blow himself up. Fearful for their safety, the gas attendants fled to the Shell convenience store and immediately called police while shutting off the valves. Lake then proceeded to bang on the store door, demanding employees to open it up. Employees fled the store and proceeded across the street until police arrived. Senator Kelly Marsh Taitano is hoping Lieutenant Governor Josh Tenorio will expand the scope and work of the island-wide beautification task force of which he chairs. In a letter penned to him, the Democratic lawmaker is hoping the IBTF will do more to address the issue of illegal dumping, which has become more prevalent as of late. In November of last year, the senator authored public law giving the IBTF the ability to move beyond simple beautification projects and toward developing training programs and real solutions to tackle some of the deeper issues such as illegal dumping, littering, and vandalism. Keep it here. We'll be back with more news right after this.
Your community calendar is brought to you by Taco Bell. Whether it's your first meal or your fourth meal, we've got you covered. Taco Bell, live Mas.
More freedom. To learn more, to create more, to connect more. Mix and match Data Pass. Take your data further.
It makes myself and it makes my team members very proud to work for an organization that has been on island for many years with its focus on reliability, dependability, and commitment to the communities that they operate in.
Matson's a great corporate citizen to the community.
We all benefit from any sort of environmental commitment we make. One of the ways that we do that is with our Adahi Utano program. There's action behind it, and so action breeds commitment.
With the Kaimana Gila coming to Guam, this brings a new age and modernization to the island.
It's exciting for me because it's a brand new ship and we can carry more freight into the islands
It just shows growth for Guam and Micronesia.
Matson would be nothing without its customers, and we hope to continue to serve you for decades to come.
MTO Maintenance will now completely sanitize your home, office, or business with state-of-the-art commercial sprayers. For over 30 years, MTO Maintenance has been committed to the health and safety of our customers. And now, more than ever, a clean home, office, carpets, and furniture is a necessity to our island. Give us a call today. Stay healthy and stay safe, Guam.
Call 647-6861 for an appointment.
We didn't set out to make a hit.
Baby's been good to me, baby's been good to me. So many let me on my feet, so push let me on my feet. Testify.
We just sang our song.
Cause my baby's got a lot. So let me testify.
Real bourbon, no apologies. Wild turkey. It'll find you.
Welcome back. We continue to show our support to the entire class of 2020 in a special user-generated segment with submissions from their loved ones.
And it's time for Head of the Class 2020, which is brought to you by Guam Community College and ABC Stores. We're starting today by celebrating Masi Rain Calvo from JFK. Congratulations, Masi. We're all so proud of you. Love, the Sablon Menezes family, the Robertos, Auntie Lena and family, Uncle Vince, Auntie Doe and Vincent Henry Pio, Daddy Faith Thomas, and Cammie. And Xavier Andrew DeLeon Guerrero Akima from Father Duenas. Your graduation is yet another milestone we will never witness. Although you won't be able to be here to experience it with your brothers, you'll be there in spirit. Since the day you have parted this world, our tears and heartache have not subsided. You will always be greatly missed, son, and never forgotten. Congratulations. Love eternally, Mom and Dad. And from GW, we want to congratulate Frank James Cruz Manabusan Jr. Son, we are so proud of you. Despite what's going on around the world, Daddy and I just want to tell you, you did it, son. We love you, Mommy and Daddy. Up next from Father Duenas, Rod Rudy Cabrera Balbin. Congratulations on your graduation and best wishes on your next adventure at St. Mary's College of California. We love you and pray for your continued future success and prosperity. Love, Mom, Dad, Nathan, Nikki, Baby Rain, Grandma Balbin, Auntie Sandy, Auntie Jeannie, your cousins, Francois and Christian, Grandpa Cabrera, Uncle Fernando, Vanjie, and Isaiah and Gucci. Another FD grad, Francis Jose San Nicolas Aquino. You worked hard and we are proud of your accomplishments. Although these are challenging times, these moments will shape you. We love you very much and wish you all the best. Love, your family. And last but not least, Michael J.G. Uggan. God never said the journey would be easy, but he did say that the arrival would be worthwhile. Congratulations, Michael. And a big congratulations to all of our graduates. That is Head of the Class 2020, brought to you by Guam Community College and ABC Stores.
And you can watch more submissions every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday right here on KUAM News. Coming up, your birthday shout-outs. Don't go away.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
real taste of New York? The Big New Yorker is back with a big, bold taste and a sweet marinara sauce on a crust that's 30% larger than our large. Handmade to perfection. It's just $9.99 per carryout. The Big New Yorker, only at your island Pizza Hut.
We are open to serve you at Cars Plus Guam. Need a quick service for your vehicle? Visit our express lane at Cars Plus. Done fast, done right. No appointment needed. Our service team is dedicated to helping you get your vehicle in and out of the shop and back on the road quickly and securely. Simply drop off your vehicle at our express lane driveway, and one of our service advisors will take care of it. Need a ride? Not to worry. We have a shuttle vehicle ready to drop you back home and pick you up when your vehicle is ready. Open Monday to Saturday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Visit us today. We are open to serve you.
And before we close out the news tonight, our latest round of birthday shout-outs from the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club.
If your birthday falls 10 days into the month of June, you are amazing and you are special, and you are now a member of the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club because happy birthday to Jovian de Guzman. Happiest birthday, sis. Stay beautiful. We love you from your Guam fam. Also, Loriana Rose Cabrera, happy birthday to you. And happy birthday going out tonight to Tasha Cruz. 3 awesome people, 3 birthday celebrants, and 3 people that get our birthday love, and they need your birthday wishes too. So, happy birthday from all of us at KUAM.
And as always, you too can be a part of the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club by registering online on KUAM.com. Send us your photo, your name, and your birthday. That's our report for tonight. Thanks for watching. Good night, everyone.